We're going to look at Cameroon now, where the language divide is getting worse. Viral videos, thousands of social media posts, they are showing a rise in the number of people killed and tortured in a clash between the English and the French-speaking sides. And Leah, all of this just ahead of a presidential election as well.
It is, and this story does come from one of our strongest bases for AJ Newsgrid. And Cameroon is less than a month away from the October presidential elections, and the unrest is really getting worse. Many are blaming President Paul Biya for the rise in the violence. Now, there are reports of people fleeing the English-speaking region to avoid the conflict, and schools have also been impacted when many of them shut down in parts of the country. All of this while separatists and government forces clash over who is in control. Now, the French and English-speaking sides of the nation have been at odds for decades, initially over which language should be used in schools and in courts. English is the main language in the northwest and southwest region of the country, this yellow area here. French is the dominant region elsewhere, especially with the government. Now, the divide now has evolved to be more about identity and regaining national stability. Separatists in the northwest and southwest want a country that they already call Ambazonia. This here is the flag. Now, several human rights groups and countries have accused both the armed separatists and the government forces of murder, abductions, and destroying villages. The government denies these claims. We spoke to a man who calls himself a unionist. He wants a united country, but is also calling for President Paul Biya to resign.
The war in the Anglophone regions of Cameroon is very serious. I'm deeply disappointed with President Biya's handling of the situation. This is total anarchy, which could have been avoided if President Biya listened to us and many others. We call for sincere political measures, not war, and we call for strategic arrest with fair trials. We thought this would be resolved before the presidential election, but now the opposition parties cannot win. They are too weak. Biya is therefore guaranteed to win the election. We cannot accept this. We call for his resignation. Our reasons: his poor handling of the crisis, his bad governance which led to the crisis, and the fact that many of the separatists will come back to the vision of a united Cameroon if he resigns.
We've had so many viral videos shared with us like these, but they are too gruesome to share. But they do document what separatists say are proof of genocide. They are from these videos, but we've taken the stills of them and we've seen that they've been shared thousands of times online. You can see more of the growing conversation on Facebook and Twitter by searching with the main hashtag with this, hashtag Ambazonia. And if you are in Cameroon, do continue to share your tweets and comments with us on WhatsApp, Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, as always, as you know, our hashtag AJ Newsgrid.
Thanks, Leah. Yeah, plenty already, actually. At King Kanto on Twitter said, Leah, all the schools in southern Cameroon are still shut down. Keep an eye on that. And also, I liked this comment from Carl Vick. I don't know if that's your handle, Carl Vick. Anyway, saying, we don't have a language problem. We have a constitutional and a political problem. There were two Cameroons that came together. It is the constitution and the policies which bind them, or which in fact aren't binding them, which is the issue. It is not the actual language. Keep them coming in, hashtag AJ Newsgrid.